want to do a quick video on my airbrushing setup, both my air supply and my spray booth, and then do an unboxing of a new spray booth. So I'm going to put a picture in here of my old setup, because basically that picture is just this area, but this is what you couldn't see, is this large compressor here. Recently, I think in a previous video, I told you about my new Pache Talon. It's a really nice airbrush and it deserves to have more accurate air pressure. So this was my current and previous air compressor, and it has its pros and cons. One of the pros being, the big tank, so you can have a long air supply of consistent pressure. The con is it's insanely loud, and that literally shakes the whole house for 3 minutes, and then again when it kicks on after running low. And then the other cons are the gauges. The regulator, you can go up to 120. But to dial in airbrushing pressures, it's very difficult. So I just went to Harbor Freight and I had coupons. I bought this. They sell just the compressor, and then they sell this kit where it's a compressor and an airbrush. So basically I bought this one and basically got the airbrush for free with the coupons. Also, when I told you about the Pache, the new Pache, I think I told you I was retiring my old siphon feeds. And so this is a new siphon feed. It's a $20 airbrush, but so be it. The nice part is that the siphon feed bottles from the previous two fit it very nicely. So I bought that compressor and airbrush, and then this compressor has a 58 PSI max. The problem is when you squeeze the brush, then it drops down to 20. It has no regulator, so you can't dial in precise airbrush pressures. So I went out on Amazon and I found this. This manufacturer has two of them, one which goes to 30 and one which goes to 60. That'll allow me to dial in exactly where I want to be. So the way I hook this up is I just did a 3-foot hose, and a couple of adapters in there, and then at the other end, a quick release. And then on the other end of that, on the out end, another quick release so that I can change airbrushes. So I have my airbrushes here, and they each have a quick release on them, so that all I need to do is pop one out, pop the other one in, if I'm switching colors or what have you. And then the nice thing about this quick release here, the reason I did that, is occasionally I may still want to use this, the big compressor, and I have a quick release on there. So all I need to do is swap those out. The new small compressor came with a moisture trap, and then I have a moisture trap on this compressor, so either way the moisture is being trapped. The advantage of having this is no matter which one's coming in, I can dial it down to whatever I want. So for instance, I'll just flip this on, and you can see how much quieter that is. It'll go up to 58, and then on this regulator, so I have it set at, while it says 25, that's really set for 20, because when you squeeze the trigger, it drops to 20. And that's okay, because, if you're starting off the model, by the time you get that air pressure onto that model, it's there at 20. And then I can also dial in, say I want to go 15. So I dial this down, and there it'll come down. And then I can dial that in. There. So there, now I've got it dialed in at 15. So that gives me a nice, consistent airbrush appropriate air pressure. So that's my setup for my air pressure. And then the rest is spray booth. I purpose built this room when I built my house to vent the spray booth, and I also got up on the ceiling an air filtration system to keep the dust down. So that sucks in and filters the air and then blows it out the other side. So this spray booth has pretty much had it. I didn't use the proper, filtration for many years. When you start it up now, it's kind of got this right there, kind of nasty noise. noise. It doesn't suck out as well as it used to because of all the enamels and I guess solvents and whatever. That brush in there, while you can see it's still spinning, those bearings are working well. It's kind of messed up. And then I have this kind of jerry-rigged light here. And then another jerry-rigged light here. And then I also have the track lights up above focused on that, and they're all the same temperature of light, or lumens, or whatever it's called. So it's time to upgrade after 20 years. So I went out on Amazon and found this. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this. So here's the finished product, and I have to say it's pretty nice. I have it venting out through the same exterior vent. This has dual fans. You can see there's one here and one here, and then they blow up and out. And it has variable speed a fan. It starts high and then go low. And then this is really nice here. It also has built-in lights. So when I flip that, and those they start out bright and you can turn them down dim. But that is very nice. And then on the old one, all the works were underneath here, and then the switch was right here. And as you saw, it's now behind. Had I set this on the countertop, it would have been too low. I'm 6'3". So I just took the styrofoam that it came in, the two sides, put it underneath there, and it's almost perfect. So that worked out great. This also comes with a turntable that you can put in. I put this paper down just to protect the plastic. I have a whole roll of it down here. So from time to time I can swap that out. And I'm going to try to be a lot more careful about hitting the sides. And the other thing I like about it, if I step back, you can see the shape. So I can come down much easier now and get closer and almost right over. And then that old one had a lip that came up, and now that's gone. So I have, nice access, and I could get down low and shoot up at it or what have you. So I like that a lot. It came with 6 of these, which, are basically the sticks that you can hold a piece in and then hold it, and shoot it. And these fit in here, so you could also put a bunch of these in here and then rotate it around and shoot those pieces. So that's, 2 nice accessories. So I have to say, without having actually sprayed anything in it yet, I'm, pretty happy. It looks slimmer and sleeker and newer, and it's clean, and it's going to suck properly. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's it. That's just a quick video on my upgraded air supply and spray booth. I just thought I'd do a quick little video as a diversion from The current project I'm working on, and just a tease, part 2 of the E2-A will be coming soon. This is just a tease. So these are the interiors. There's the crew, and here's the cockpit. So stay tuned for part 2 of the E2-A build.